Welcome everybody to a new tutorial. Today I'm going to teach you how to do a simple backspin. To be fair, it's not as easy as it looks. In fact, there is some technique behind it. At least a bit. The backspin is also the prerequisite for the windmill and windmill variations. Let's get right into it. I am spinning clockwise, this is the way I will show the backspin to you, but if you feel more comfortable the other way around or counterclockwise, just mirror everything I do. And what I highly recommend, especially in the beginning, is some back protection. You can almost not avoid it to hurt yourself when training this move. I warned you, be prepared. Before you start, make sure to have a proper warm-up to prevent injuries. First of all, there are many ways how you can enter the backspin. From a freeze, from the top, everything is possible. Regardless of how you go into the backspin, you always go from your shoulder on your upper back. Regarding the legs, now this really depends how you enter. I'm going to show it to you the classic way. Before we come to the legs, which is the more difficult part, let's talk about the upper body movement. Doesn't matter from which position you enter the backspin, the upper body moves almost always the same way. And that is, you go on your elbow, on your shoulder, and then on your upper back. Of course, a real backspin would never be like this, and that would be also very hurtful. It's more of a fluent motion. That means something like this. To be honest, the backspin is not really about the arms. This is just a little help so that you understand the transition towards your back. Your back is huge, no offense. But in the backspin, you actually spin only on one specific area. And this area is your shoulder blades. If you look at the anatomy, you would see that if you would spin in the middle of your back, you would spin directly on the bone. And trust me, this is something you definitely don't want. It just hurts like hell. The higher you are, the better you spin. But don't exaggerate. There is a fantastic exercise which I can highly recommend where you can train to stay on your upper back. From sitting, roll back from your left to your right shoulder blade and try to stay as high as possible. So once again, elbow, shoulder, upper back. As soon as you understand the leg motion, you will not even think about your upper body. And now we come to the most difficult part about the backspin, and that is the legs. I think the best and easiest way to learn it and also to understand it is from this classic position, with one leg bent and one leg stretched out. The very first step would be to synchronize your upper body movement with your lower body movement. That means you kick with your momentum leg, and while you kick, you go on your elbow. Just like that. And the farther the leg actually comes, the more you go down with your upper body. Do this a couple of times. At this point, the other leg is not moving, and this is very important. So, and now we come to the main mistake I would say 90% of the people do, and that is they kick in a linear way with their momentum leg. The backspin might look that you take the whole momentum with your leg and spin in one direction, but this is actually not true. This is actually something which is kind of counterintuitive. Like this, you will not make a backspin, but a lower backspin or even an S-spin. More likely an S-spin, which can still look kind of cool. So what is the difference between this and this? If you have a closer look, you can see that the momentum leg is spinning differently. As soon as you kick and you hit the end basically, you do not continue kicking with this leg into this direction and making a linear movement. No, you go up with this leg and spin in the other direction. That doesn't make sense at all, right? I think it's easier to just do it and try it than to have it explained. Basically, when you're here on your elbow, here at the widest point, as far as you can get, you go on your upper back and then you pull this leg up and spin it the other way, like this. And in this movement, the other leg follows. 1, 2. Actually not that difficult. You can also start immediately at this point. You don't have to always start here. You can go in this position here and then you spin up and the other one follows. And this is also where the whole momentum comes from. There are many people who are like kicking like crazy in the beginning, but they still do not get this speed. Just have a look. Without even making an initial kick, I can reach this speed here. Basically, the power is initiated by the momentum leg and generated by the other leg. If you understood this, it does not matter in which position you are and from which position you go into the backspin, because you will be able to generate a huge amount of momentum. Physically, the backspin is really not challenging, but I think for your brain it's really a lot of work. Last but not least, some quick tips. Tip number 1, don't kick up too early or you will lose momentum and balance. Tip number 2, after you master it, to increase speed, start with open arms and legs and close towards the center of your body. Simple physics. And the last tip, speed makes the move significantly easier. The slower you do it, the harder it is. But that does not mean that you should cheat on the technique. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and that you will not have such a hard time in learning this move. Don't be disappointed if it doesn't function in the first attempts, just give it some time. Don't forget, it's about swinging and not about kicking. Anyways, it's a great move to crash the party. Subscribe for more tutorials, stay healthy, and see you next time.